back at before you started mentoring, what was your life like at that time?
It was quite lonely. I didn't have a relationship with my mum or really anyone. I just stayed in bed. I didn't want to go to anywhere. I didn't want to speak to anyone. I just wanted to keep to myself and just stay alone.
What kind of got you feeling like that, do you think?
I just felt alone and like no one did really want to see me or speak to me, or that no one actually knew how I was feeling.
What was your first impression of Paige when you met?
I thought she was quite chatty. She was really nice, so that was nice about her. I didn't really think much of her because I was just like quite tired.
How did kind of your two's relationship develop, and what type of things did she do to kind of build up some trust between you?
Well, she just let me talk. She let me talk about how I felt, about what I did through the week when I've not seen her, if anything's happened and what I felt about that. And then she's just helped me dive into how I feel more.
What parts of that process of like figuring out your emotions and talking through them, what parts of that were kind of the most challenging for you?
Well, putting more effort into actually figuring out why I felt like that and how to help it.
What type of things did you kind of do together to learn?
Well, Paige gave me a journal to write how I feel and then look over it later to just see and just like put the pieces together, see that it wasn't that bad and that there's different ways to get over it and stuff. And we did a thing called worry time as well, where I would just have like 10-20 minutes of my day where I would just think about what upsets me and stuff. I'd write it down and I'd just pick it to pieces and put it into the main thing.
Have you found that helpful?
Very helpful.
Yeah. What kind of changes have you seen within yourself, like going through the mentoring?
I've become more happy and energetic. I go out more. Me and my mum, we have a great relationship now. We're best friends. And I don't think the worst of everything. Like, I look forward to things. I'm not always thinking bad about myself or about situations, stuff like that.
Have you seen many changes?
A massive change in Elena, massive. From where you were at the beginning to where she is now, it's a massive improvement, especially with your mum as well. And when she said about the worry time, like at the end of the day, when she would have a worry time, she'd realise that things that she'd thought about in the beginning of the day that she'd maybe quickly write down to say, oh, well, I'll look at that at my worry time. Going to come back, she was like, why have I even wrote that down? Like, that's actually not a worry anymore. And it was just getting into the habit of that, of not worrying about things when they come pop into your head because she might be at school or out with a friend, and then look at it at the end of the day, and then when she's looking at it, there wasn't even a worry anymore, was there? And if there was, she was able to like pick them apart and work through them.
It makes a lot of sense having those sort of tools to manage what's going on in your head, which can get very complicated. That's mostly my questions. Is mentoring something you'd recommend to other young people?
Definitely, because loads of teens, especially people I know, they feel alone, like they can't talk to anyone and no one knows how they feel, especially their parents, and they think that speaking to someone won't help at all, and it's just gonna, like, they think that people will think bad of them for it, but it helps a lot. Like, I thought that mentoring wouldn't help me. I thought that there was going to be no change, but it helped a lot. I was in a really bad place and I just feel happy.